This is One on One. Steve Adubato here with Barry Ostrowky, the Chief Executive Officer from Barnabas Health. Barry, talk to us about the Valor Awards, why they are so significant.
Once a year, we honor firefighters and members of the burn unit team at St. Barnabas Medical Center. We all know firefighters are very special people, brave every day, heroes on occasion. But I will tell you, we need to raise the visibility of those who do this for our communities. And so this is an opportunity where we're allowed to party and dine with firefighters from across the state, acknowledge many of the leaders of the firefighting community, and they in turn honor those who work at the state's only burn unit, the only certified burn center in New Jersey at St. Barnabas Medical Center. So it's a family affair. We've been doing it for over 35 years. And for us, it's a wonderful evening because we get to be able to say thank you to people who do things that are unique. Fighting fires or treating those with burn injuries, both of those skill sets are something that most people could not do.
We're about to see a video that's put together by the team at Barnabas Health, at Barnabas Medical Center. And I was able to host this event one year when our good friend Billy Rafferty couldn't be there. That's one right. year, who's been doing it for
30 years.
Yeah. And I just was so moved by the stories, by the people, by their families. What moves you?
Of course, the stories are unbelievable. The modesty is incredible. Here are firefighters who throw themselves into their work, do things that are truly miraculous, superhuman in some cases. And putting them behind a microphone is the scariest thing they do in any given year. And that's both because they're modest and proud, and our burn unit workers are similarly so. They do things every day that are incredible, and yet when they're acknowledged, they're very embarrassed by it. So the modesty of these great heroes and these great professionals, I think, touches all of us. And of course, we all sit there and say, but for the grace of God, we could have been a victim of a terrible fire, and thank God there are firefighters who are able to rescue us.
Very appreciate it. They're called the Valor Awards. It happens because St. Barnabas Medical Center, tied to the larger Barnabas Health System, decided to do this a long time ago. And these stories not only never get old, but they are more inspiring than ever before. And you'll see just a small part of it in this video that is so incredibly powerful. It speaks for itself.
For hundreds of years, New Jersey's firefighters have safeguarded their communities with a commitment to serve and protect. Theirs is and always will be a noble and dangerous profession. New Jersey firefighters are among America's finest who go above and beyond the call every day.
I'm not sure that everybody knows what they're getting into when they join the fire service, but you quickly learn what it's all about.
You have no idea what you're getting into. There's absolutely no darkness like there is in a fire. It's unimaginable darkness. It's so dark that when you leave out of the fire, the darkness is still on you.
There is no script to go from, you know. Oh, this is what you do when X, Y, and Z happens. Well, you have a guideline, but X, Y, and Z will be different every single time.
While every job is different, firefighters can always rely on one important constant: the brotherhood.
A retired guy told me this. He said 95% of this job is in the firehouse. And I think that rings true, whether you're just, making your meals together, doing housework, doing maintenance, and you get to know guys, you're talking while you're doing your work, and you get to know one another, you talk about families, and you just basically become a second family. And I think that's where that trust comes from.
Describing the brotherhood to somebody who's not a part of it, to a civilian, is a very, very hard thing to do. I don't think it's close to impossible to explain to somebody who doesn't experience it. When we come to work, and every firefighter will tell you, we are like brothers. We sit down and eat together, we bust our chops together. But when that bell goes off and it's time to go to work, we go to work, and it's all business.
As soon as that call comes in, we start thinking about the job, and we don't stop thinking about the job until the job is over.
I mean, you see things that the general public, you know, for the most part, will never see. And you're in that situation together, it's pretty much unspoken. You know, usually there's those calls, you know, if you lose a child or an infant, you know, you don't talk about it, you might mention it.
If you have somebody that understands what you're going through and you can go home and have a shoulder to lay your head on, it definitely helps a lot.
In the fire service, family support makes a difference, and significant others play a significant role.
I'm not the only one that's in the fire service. My wife's in the fire service. My 4-year-old boy's in the fire service.
It's hard on them too that you're not there for that stuff. You know, it's more on my wife, more for her to do.
As far as my wife goes, you know, for her to, you know, worry, you know, that you're at the firehouse, you know, and she's got to worry, is he coming home the next day? It is a dangerous job, and I'm sure that played on her mind.
The sacrifices families make have supported firefighters and communities for hundreds of years. For many firefighters, firefighting is a family affair.
I'm a 3rd-generation firefighter. My father was a firefighter, my grandfathers, my uncle. Basically everybody in my family was firefighters. So I was kind of born into it. I was born in a firehouse, as you know, some guys would say. I look forward to coming to work the day before my shift even starts. And you know, that right there just shows me, you know, I don't think there's anything better.
People like firefighters, and the reason they like firefighters is because we're always there to help. This community that we serve here in this neighborhood of Station 1, people knock on the door for all kinds of things, and we're always willing to help. If we're here, we help them.
Even more satisfying is the feeling firefighters get from saving a life and making a difference. And even though firefighters routinely earn the title of hero by anyone's definition, they wholeheartedly resist the label.
I think the hero label is reserved for people who do something like that isn't their job, you know, for the civilian that does something, or, you know, this is my job, I get paid to do this, so yeah, you may have something like a rescue or that, but that's why I'm here.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJ PAC has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence, and by the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, in cooperation with NJTV and 13 for WNET. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJ PAC has been provided by TD Bank, United Airlines, Verizon Communications, the Fidelco Group, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Cohn Resnick, and by the law firm of Gibbons PC. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com. And by NJ Biz, all business, all New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.